people no longer trust the career politicians, no longer trust the status quo because they've screwed it up so bad. I loved listening to you talk to those other talking heads about Donald Trump could be the destruction of the whole Republican Party. I throw my hands up in the air and cheer. I hope it happens. And I hope Bernie Sanders is the destruction of the Democratic Party. Because I wrote the book Democrips and Republicans too, No More Gangs in Government.
I remember that.
It's time to break up the two-party dictatorship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the man is here, as promised. Jesse Ventura, former governor of Minnesota, author of American Conspiracies and host of Aura TV's Off the Grid. Good to see you again,
Good to
sir.
see you, Steve.
How are you? Yes.
All
All
right.
right.
Hanging in there. I'm still vertical. That's a good sign.
You're wearing a Jimi Hendrix T-shirt.
Absolutely. My favorite guitar player ever. I was fortunate enough, July the 25th of 1970, I saw Jimi Hendrix live in San Diego. He did one more concert in Seattle, then he did one at the Isle of Wight, and then died shortly thereafter.
Except for you, me, and T, our Florida director, nobody in this whole control area was born then. You know that.
I don't know about that, but they still, even if they weren't born then, they're still influenced by Jimmy.
Okay, let's talk about your book, American Conspiracies. A lot of people, obviously, I mean, this is an updated and revised edition of the book.
Yeah.
I mean, when people say conspiracy theorists, does it bother you that a lot of people say that's Jesse Ventura?
Well, you don't never like to be labeled something. You know, I think that's very short-sighted in many ways to label someone that way. But I'm not offended over it, only that when they say conspiracy theorists, somehow media and society has given that a bad connotation, and it's not. It just means you question stories, you question authority. In fact, England did a study and found conspiracy theorists are generally more intelligent. Because they will actually delve into things and learn beyond what you're told, say, on television or the media. You'll actually do some of your own. Like people have said to me, are you a 9/11 truther? I said, no. I said, I do my own independent. I belong to no organization.
Okay, so what's your conclusion on 9/11?
I'm concerned that there's 28 redacted pages to the 9/11 report we're not allowed to see. And I know what's in them because Congressman Cook and Senator Bob Graham have told me. They're on the Intelligence Committee. And they said there's nothing in the 28 redacted pages that deal with national security.
Okay,
so it's a cover-up. What's in them is a financial tie from the hijackers directly to the upper echelon of the Saudi Arabian government.
That's not surprising. Yeah, that's not surprising.
Well, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people know that, but the question is,
no, they don't. They've never been officially told because we can't see the report.
All right, well, there's a lot.
Now, let me ask you this, Steve.
Yeah.
It's 10 years later. Why can't we see the report? We paid for it.
I would like to see the report.
I would
like
too.
to see all that redacted stuff about 9/11. I'd like to see it all, but not because I think there's a conspiracy that it didn't happen the way we believe it happened.
I don't think that. I just think that obviously they're covering something because they won't let us see it.
And this is what the book is all about, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a million stories in there, and I do want to get to some current events as well.
Yep.
You want the destruction of the Republican Party and the Democrat Party.
Absolutely.
And where would that leave us?
I don't care. The two-party dictatorship we need to get rid of.
But
I don't care where it leads to. What it'll lead to, more people in debates, more options, and more choices.
What debates?
Presidential debates.
Yeah, but what will they be? Just 100 people on stage that have no party affiliation?
No.
How would you run those debates?
I don't know. How did I get elected governor of Minnesota?
I don't know.
I don't belong to the two parties.
No, I know that, but you ran as what did you run as? What did you run as?
I ran with at the time the Independence Party, who had affiliated with the Reform Party.
But that's a party. You just can't have chaos.
Right.
Oh, so you want parties, but you just don't want Democrat and Republican.
No, I want more.
More. Okay, so you don't want to destroy the Democrats.
Yeah, I want to destroy them, and when I say destroy them, I want to destroy the current stranglehold that these two parties have on our elected system of turning it into a system based upon bribery.
All right,
that's what you have today, bribery.
But
private sector, you go to jail for that.
But let's stick to where we are now, okay? Because I want to get all this in.
Sure.
The Democrat debate tonight. I mean, what do you think? I mean, are they going to go after Hillary?
I don't know.
Is the fix in?
Could care less.
What would you do?
I could care less about it. I don't watch the Republican debates. I don't watch the Democrat debates because I won't vote for anyone from either of those parties.
Well,
They're not getting my vote, so why do I need to hear them?
Who would you vote for right now?
I will. I don't know. Last presidential, I voted for Gary Johnson, the Libertarian
He was
candidate.
up here the other day, yeah.
I voted for Gary,
All right.
Governor Johnson.
How about you? Why don't you put your name out there?
I might.
You said that you would run for president without a party, right?
Well, I would run with the endorsement of the Libertarians because I'd need ballot access.
Are you seeking? Because so is Gary Johnson seeking that. Are you seeking that?
Well, not yet, but I might.
This time around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're laying the groundwork for me.
Who is?
The system.
The system. So when might you have to get
Well,
off the...
I have to do it when they hold their convention
Yeah.
in late May, early June. I have to go to it and see if they nominate me, if I do.
You want to be nominated?
If I do,
What
of
would
course.
you'd love to be up there on a stage with the Republican nominee and the Democrat nominee?
Love to, because I'll win.
Why?
I will beat them in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I've beaten them twice.
All right.
They don't dare debate me.
All right, you don't watch the
They
debates.
don't dare debate me.
You don't watch the debates, but let me ask you about a poll came out today, just for your information,
Yeah.
and said that Hillary loses to Trump. She loses to Carson. She loses to Carly Fiorina. She loses to Jeb Bush. Does this surprise you?
I don't put.
I mean, you may not care, but does it surprise you? Because this is the lay of the land.
Because polls can be manipulated. I don't put much in polls. When I ran for governor in Minnesota, we did no polling.
But isn't this
We didn't do
astounding that she would lose to all these Republican candidates? Don't you think?
Would she? What, the poll says she would? Again,
All right.
polls can be skewed to
okay.
get what you want. I don't put
All right.
nothing.
Donald Trump, if he were president, what would that be a good thing or a bad thing for the country?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I agree with Donald. I love what he's doing because he's stirring up and.
I know you want him to destroy the party.
Yeah.
But if
they destroyed ours.
if you had to reconcile,
well, like they destroyed ours back in the 90s.
Okay, but
when they sent Pat Buchanan and his legions in to take our nomination, then he didn't even run.
But if you had to reconcile the fact
so
that,
now,
all right, if
know,
you were going to run,
turnabout's fair play.
But Governor, if you were going to be the Libertarian nominee,
Yep.
who would you like to see as the Republican candidate, and who would you like to see as the Democrat candidate?
Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton.
Why?
Because then I could run against them that we fought a war with Britain, so we don't have kings and queens. I mean, if Bush runs, that'd be the third Bush in how many years of my lifetime? Half of it. And if Clinton runs, it'll be the second. I thought we fought the British so we didn't have kings and queens.
This is a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. It's all in the book, and we're going to have the governor back later in the week and talk more exclusively about the book. But it is American Conspiracies with Jesse Ventura. Great to see you, sir. Thank you. All right, folks, we're coming back. The Malzberg panel with Christopher Hahn and C. Edmund Wright. Don't go away.